4 years ago today, we lost a legend, someone that I would say was an inspiration, not because he made me want to do music, but he was just so kind to others, and he just was a genuinely great guy that it made me realize that you just gotta treat everybody with the respect that they want, and you'll earn it back more often than not. And Chester Bennington was only 41 years old when he took his own life, and it was just one of those days. I remember waking up, and my friend and I, we were planning out some videos that day. This is back when I was still kind of a sports channel mainly, and we were doing, sports related skits. I think it was my Stuff Baltimore Ravens Fans Say video, one of the bigger videos on this channel overall. And we were just going about our day. We were excited that in 10 days we were going to see Linkin Park and Blink-182 live at Hershey Park. The four of us, my parents, Daryl, and myself, were all going to this concert together. It was going to kind of be Daryl's going away gift, as I think around that time, after that concert, around September or August or so, he was going to leave for the military. So, and it was an early birthday present for me, as it was really a week before my 19th birthday, and it was a Friday or Saturday night, which I had to watch out for that because I did have class for community college, so having it on a Friday night or Saturday night worked just immensely well. But anyway, we're going about our day. I'm doing the editing for the video, and all of a sudden my mom comes in my room, and not thinking anything of it, she just kind of tells me, hey, you might want to look at this. And I looked at it, and it was the news article. I can't remember what news article it was from, probably someone that I thought was BS at first, so I started to, look into it more, stating that Linkin Park lead singer Chester Bennington found dead at home at the age of 41. Now, that was the only article she showed me, that was the only one I saw, so again, I kind of thought that it was some sort of sick joke that somebody was playing, because we see this all the time, the fake celebrity death stories, and it turns out that, some articles just want to get a click because they're failing and they need to come up with some fake story. But it turns out that wasn't the case. I kept seeing more articles, and then finally on, I think it was Linkin Park's fan page, and then Mike Shinoda ended up saying something about it, confirming it, and that's when it all just hit me. He's gone, and there's really no going back. And it wasn't so much I was upset that obviously there was going to be no concert. That was all canceled, and understandably canceled. Again, I think people get it misconstrued that when that happened, my sadness didn't go toward that. Obviously, I still wish that I would have been able to go to that concert and see two of my favorite bands live at the same time. I felt like it would have been a hell of a night, but I think the sadness more came from someone who was so respected, seemed so happy, just deciding to take their life at such a young age. It really made me realize that depression and suicide, as I kind of figured before, was a serious thing, but it showed me how serious it actually could be. And I do think this had a lot to do with Chris Cornell's suicide a couple months beforehand, considering Chester Bennington did this on what would have been Chris Cornell's birthday, and I just don't think there was a coincidence to that. I mean, he was very close to Chris Cornell, and it just seemed planned out at that time, and it's sad to think that, but that's just what it is. And Chester's not a coward. Depression is one of those things, it's hard to fight against. Sometimes we're able to get through and just kind of leave it in the back of your mind and think other things, but sometimes it just comes through and it makes you do some of the worst things, mainly to yourself, not to others, but to yourself. And this was one of those cases, and to this day it it still hurts because we would know at this point in time Linkin Park would have followed up One More Light already. We would have probably been back on track with them since a lot of people didn't like One More Light. I think another reason Chester may have done what he did is because One More Light was getting a bad reception and he felt like it was the most personal album that the band had ever made. And obviously I did see that he became a little bit more defensive than he usually was over his past couple of months, and that could have had everything to do with the depression that he had been going through and whatnot. And, like I said, there was different ways that people cope with it. Early on in his life, it was drugs, but then right before Linkin Park became big, he gave up on it and he started doing other things. And again, he just was a genuine guy. I see a lot of, times on these videos where he stops concerts because there's someone in the crowd that's hurt and he wants to get them help before they start up again, or he's just meeting fans and he's just genuinely just interested to see them. Like, it's not one of those encounters where he's playing it up because it's the fans and they need to feel good. No, he's actually enjoying himself, and I think that just goes to show you how good of a human being he was. Was he perfect? No, I really don't think anybody's perfect, no matter what anybody says. We all have our demons, we all make mistakes, but, he was genuine to the people that supported him and and he was able to do what he did because of the people supporting him, and that, like I said, that's just something that he kind of took in and was like, without them, I probably wouldn't be here today. He wasn't one of those greedy artists that was like, no, I'm the popular one. Like, he knows for a fact that his fans are the reason he got to where he was at, being in one of the biggest rock bands or just bands in the world. I mean, yeah, they still can count as rock, but really, I like to just call them band because they do a lot of different things with their sound, and it makes them sound different and unique each time. So, yeah. I never had the privilege of meeting him, but goddamn, I really wish I would have. I really wish I would have, because I felt like I would have had a really, really great time. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. I guess I'll finish it off with just check on your loved ones, check on your friends, because even though even though on the outside they look, happy and healthy, on the inside there could be something going on that we don't know about, and depression's one of those easy things to hide, easy things to mask, and I think with Chester, that's just exactly what happened. Happy-go-lucky guy on the outside, but on the inside there was things haunting him, and those things on the inside ended up winning that battle that you never want to get into in the first place. And it's just it's sad that that it happened, but yeah. Just stay safe out there, and until then, I will catch you all in the next one.